Hi Michael, Joe Bongiovanni here from Kettle Institute, and I'm doing a video reply to your video that you made several years ago, and I invite you to make a reply video to any of the videos that I made several years ago in return. With my apologies for the delay, but I came across your video because I've been working with some people down here in Virginia where I'm living, and those people came across your video and sent it to me and asked me what I thought of it, and I thought rather than write something up to tell them what I think of it, I would reply to you, share it with them, and perhaps we could all perhaps carry on a dialogue to achieve greater understanding. Now, having said that, totally in agreement with everything that you say about the interest part of the debt service payment flows and how they flow to the people that create the money, and therefore the 1%. And we have the basic cause right there of the income and wealth stratification in this country and everywhere, because we all have private debt-based money system. Private bankers issue the money as capital assets, monetary assets, and collect interest on those assets, collect a return, if you will, on those assets. So the money flows go from the 99% who all the people who pay all the interest on all the debt that's out there, and to the 1%, and that's a serious problem. That is a problem. So there's a part of your comment with regard to your video, which was interest is the problem. Interest is the problem. Interest is a problem. Interest is a part of the problem. Okay. Debt basing the money is the other part of the problem, and it's a problem that you ignore. Now, I want to be clear what I mean by that. You say, basically, at a point, at first you said debt's not the problem, interest is the problem. And we're differentiating between debt and interest. But at a ways in, you said, therefore, banks creating money as debt is not a problem. Now, that's wrong. Okay. That's wrong. That's where you kind of fell off the bus there. And what I want to say about that is that you failed to provide any substantiation or justification for making that statement, which is a statement that derives from the conclusion that you've reached, without providing us with the information. Now, you provided us with a whole bunch of information. Dr. Margaret Kennedy's work with regard to interest. Dr. Kennedy's work is here. Several of her books, and I want to point out, to you that that work is embellished, if you will, by the work of one of her colleagues, who you may be aware of being in Atlanta, is Dr. Bernard Senf of the Berlin School, who's a professor of economics at the Berlin School, and whose work in a video, which I'll put the link to here, but you could search it out on this basis. Okay, it's Dr. Bernard Senf, the Berlin School, and the title of his YouTube video is "The Deeper Roots of the World Financial Crisis." And in there, Dr. Senf does a job using, huge wall-sized graphs of the flows of these flows that we're talking about, the flows of accumulation of wealth and the accumulation of debt. And to me, if you watch Dr. Senf's video, although it's pretty long because it's done for a class, and come to understand that, you would never say that debt-based money is not the problem. Now, you didn't say debt-based money is not the problem. You said banks creating money as debt is not the problem. Well, see, for those of us who have been studying the money system as long as I have, that's debt-based money. As money does not come into existence except on the basis of a debt being created. A debt being created produces a monetary asset, being the promissory note of the borrower, and that asset flows, out into the economy, is traded, etc., etc. So all of our money is based on capital markets flows, capital market flows, and that is a problem. Okay, it's a political problem and an economic problem. So again, to congratulate you on the half that you get right, which is the interest problem, the interest part of the problem. But you said nothing, and so in a way for me to reply to these people and say, what can I say about that? Because you said that 2990 and the Kucinich bill it's not important. You know, what it's trying to achieve is not important because it's trying to achieve debt-free money, and yet the problem is the interest. That the important problem is the interest. No, interest is the outcome. The important problem is that the private banks have the power to create all the nation's money as a debt and to collect interest on that, and to collect interest on all that money that's created. Now, you know, you say, well, I've dealt with interest, and I've dealt with interest by my solution: nationalize the banks and dismiss the interest. Well, come on up with a proposal and let's see how far it floats, because even I'm not going to support it, you know, and I recognize the problem of interest because it's only a half the solution and it'll be undone. So how does money get created in that case? So we've only theoretically advanced a solution to the interest problem. Okay, we agree that interest is the problem, but we've only advanced a theoretical solution. Whereas, unlike the percentage bill, there's the bill. You know, there's the mechanics of how it happens, and that's what you should be supporting, and I hope that you will be supporting someday soon. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that because I've had so many problems. I may create another video to back this up because I do have a lot to say about it, and let's hope that all works. Thank you, Michael, for listening.